welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English, as you may already have noticed. And today I want to show you 3 different games again, but before we start with that, yes, I've got a different wallpaper here and a couple of different other things. That is because I had a little bit of a problem with my smartphone. The Lumia 50 XL had a problem that it could not be restarted or done anything because it was bricked. I repaired that now, so I have a Lumia 50 XL here running and rocking it again. It has a different Mozo cover at the back because I thought, why not? What the problem was that the Windows 10 ARM installation on my smartphone was just too big, and after a while I didn't have any kind of space for the normal Windows 10 mobile version anymore. And because of that I had trouble, for instance, to start different apps and stuff like that, and games of course, because there was not enough space to, more or less Swift space or whatever you want to call that, so that the programs could save anything to the disk anymore. And I tried to solve that by using a partition manager, for instance, but the problem was when I did the partitioning, my smartphone ran out of juice, so in the end I had a smartphone that didn't work anymore, so I had to exchange the motherboard, and I already had one broken Lumia 950 XL which was broken for its screen, so I dropped it and then I got a spider app and stuff like that. And the good thing about it is I could now use the motherboard of that one and replace it with a broken one which was bricked now. And so I got everything working. In the next special episode I probably will talk about all of that, but we will see. And other than that, I think it's working now again. I'm still customizing all the stuff again and doing everything I want there. But in the end, I think my smartphone is running very, very smoothly now, because I was more or less used to the way it behaved when there was very, very little space on the hard disk or on the drive left. And that is not a problem anymore. So let's have a look at the different games I'm going to talk about in this episode. The different games are going to be Fashion Shopping Mall, Buddy Kick, Anti-Stress, and Dr. Dash Hospital Game. And as mentioned before, Dr. Dash Hospital Game was not the reason that it wasn't working. Something the game wasn't really responsible for that. It was just that my smartphone couldn't save anything to the disk anymore. And of course, in this episode, as always, there is the Arc mouse, which is an input device I'm using for mouse input in this case. I'm going to use the Foldable keyboard, you already know about that too. This is a Bluetooth device too, which is of course for all the different keyboard input stuff. And as always, our main candidate here is a Lumia 50 XL, which is this one. It has another cover at the back, of course I figured why not. I have it lying around and I could just use this one. And it's a Mozo cover. I'm not exactly sure how it is called. It's wood too, one of the wood covers, but not the Saber wood one, but another one, the next brightest thing there available. But whatever, I really like it too. And this one is going to power, of course, all of what we are doing here. So all the processing power that is necessary for doing what we are doing here is done by this Lumia 50 XL with Continuum, of course. And as you can see, it is connected with an USB-C connector at the bottom here. And the USB-C connector is connected with a cable to the display dock at the side. I hope you can see that. There it is, this little box. And this display dock is connected to the TV in this case. And the TV itself is just showing everything but not processing anything. And if you want to know more about all of this and how that is done, what Continuum is at all, please have a look at the corner up there. There you will find a couple of different other informations about all of that. And other than that, I would say let's start with the first game, because you waited for it long enough now. So the first game is Fashion Shopping Mall. So for that I'm going to use my mouse, of course, the Arc mouse I told you about, and I'm going to put that or use that to go to my all apps list, and we are going to activate it now. and it should be somewhere here. There it is. Fashion Shopping Mall. Fashion Shopping Mall is a small little, yeah, more or less build stuff a game where you can build your own little fashion mall, of course. And so you will have to build shoe shops and shops for glasses and stuff like that, sunglasses at least, and so on and so forth. She's going to tell you a little bit about it, and it's a little bit stretched at the start, but that's not a problem because in the game it's not no longer stretched. But I will turn around just to show you everything and be able to talk about it in a little bit of a better way because I can see it then better. So, as you can see, we've got a couple of different things here. For instance, this little building ground, whatever, because it's not yet built, and so we have to do it. So first off, click on under construction here, and now you can see we have the first part. Just for the sake of it, I can't. We are in the tutorial at the moment. I would change the language, but we are in the tutorial at the moment, so I will have to go through the tutorial first. After that I will change the language, but first off I will just explain what's going on here. And let's turn down the volume a little bit. And yeah, what's going on here is more or less I have this little shop now, which is more or less just an introduction shop or something. You're not going to sell anything with only this one. So let's first off build our first shop. That can be done at this place. So first off we have to do boots. Boots are those. And now you can just put that shop wherever you want. It doesn't even have to be somewhere where there is something under that or something. But I'm going to start here, and after that just click on OK. Yeah, and now we can, for instance, open it because it instantly was built, more or less. And as you can see, there are boots and a little girl or a little woman who is trying to sell stuff. And yeah, now we can have a look at the details of that. And yeah, there is of course the option to do it in a faster way. As you can see, we have a couple of different resources here available. For instance, a resource of this heart. Yeah, it's some kind of jewelry or something, but yeah, whatever. There is this kind of money stuff and how many people are working for you and what kind of experience you already got. We are going to follow the tutorial at the moment. And as you can see, we can now click on our lobby there and have a look at the storage more or less. And as you can see, we have 10 boots now in there. And here you can go back, of course. Yeah, and now we just should build a couple of different shops. For instance, these are the sunglasses parts. So we are going to put that in too. Maybe like this, and we can part it nicely here. And build another one. Like for instance, another one of the same kind is fine. You can do that. And as you can see, here are a couple of customers, and you have to click on them to sell them something, otherwise you're not going to sell anything. So as you can see, if they have this kind of arrow or this kind of mark there, it's possible to sell them something because you have enough in stock. And for that, just tell them, yes, we want to sell that to you, no, sorry, we can't, or please wait for it. So of course we want it. And now she's just telling us that we should do more and more and sell more money and stuff like that. And of course, if one of the shops is ready, you should click on that. And as you can see, we got a couple of different hearts here, so we can easily refill it. In this case now, it's just because of the tutorial, of course. After that you will have to wait a little, or you will have to buy it. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to wait for it. It's not that long in general. Okay, so click on that, and again, can we serve that? Yes, we can, so we are getting money for it. The cool thing about it, it's not only yeah, more or less one of those, but so one of the items we can sell at a time, but we can sell a couple of different shoes and stuff like that at a time, which is a nice thing. And of course we get a couple of different other things here too, like for instance this fashion show. The fashion show is more or less a little bit of an extension, which is, yeah, pretty nice if you ask me. Let's see, I think I have to go to specials here and then fashion show. And as you can see, here we are. This is a fashion show available for us now. If you build it, you can go into that, and now you can play little mini games in this game. So it's a little bit fast for me, as I think, but it works pretty nicely. So first off, just click on the different icons here. You can't really see it; it's a little bit too small for that. But it doesn't really matter. What you really have to avoid is you shouldn't press on your service personnel or your selling personnel. So if there are some kind of a seller or something, don't press on that, just press on the different other icons available. And yeah, what this is more or less all about is there are going to be those little informations up there, these little builds or images. And as you can see, you really have to be quite fast to get those. So try it out. With the mouse, I think it's pretty hard. Okay, I got one of the cashiers there, that was bad. But doesn't matter, as you can see we got many different things from that. So GP. And you got all the different things now added up to your resource list here and can use it now. And of course now you have to go on and on and on and build more stuff for it. For instance, maybe 2 of the glasses shops so we can sell more at the same time. And just build more and more stuff, and of course just have a look at your customers and try to sell them stuff, because that will gain you experience points. You can see that here. And after you got the experience, ooh, he bought a lot. After the experience is increasing, then you get a couple of different new options. For instance, if we have a look at this part here, you can for instance get some kind of jewelry. You can sell them, and later on there are some kind of pets you can sell with that, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of things to explore here. But in the end, it's all going to be all the same now. So try to go to the next levels, try to unlock stuff that is available there, and of course, yeah. So let's use that. And yeah, what should I say? We can now build a new one. We will put it here. And so our fashion place is raising and getting better. And if you have a look at around that, you can, for instance, sometimes find a couple of different other things around this place. Somewhere here. So for instance, we could do that now, but we're not going to, because 36 hearts are just too much. I'm going to tell her, hey, please wait for it. That's going to take a long time. I'm not sure if she's going to wait for that long, but we will see. Yeah, and other than that, of course, if you, for instance, hit a limit, so that you got enough of the shops to fill everything, you can, of course, do that too. For instance, you can then just increase the building area you see here. So this kind of dashed line here is indicating how many things you can build there. And there are going to be a lot of different other things available, like special elements and of course those shops you are building here, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and other than that, I would say just try it out. Just try it out and see if it's what you like. As you can see, of course, you sometimes have to collect the stuff, because they are, of course, building the stuff for you, and then you just have to collect them and put them in the storage, of course, and then you can save them here and get the different things out there. Yeah, and as mentioned before, this game is available in different languages. So if you are installing it from your part or from your device, you will of course get the English version of it, or the German, or whatever you are speaking, more or less. And yeah, another cool feature is that you can upload the game. So if you want to transfer it, or if you want to restore it, for instance, you can do that later on. because it's saved on the server then. Yeah, and other than that, I hope you already understood what this game is all about. I think it's pretty easy to understand. So just build up your own shopping mall. Okay, and after we got that, let's go to the next game in this mashup. The next game is called Body Kick and anti-stress release, and it really is exactly that. It's more or less, yeah, punching a voodoo doll and doing more than punching. Let's have a look at that. First off, we are going to go down here and we are going to have a look here and get the Body Kick one, which is this one. And it's a quite nice 3D game, more or less. And what is going on here is the following. There, you got it. This little guy here is more or less our victim, and you will have to punch him and yeah, knife him down and stuff like that. We will see it. So if you really are a little bit angry, this kind of guy is at least much better than if you are going to get that out on your family or whatever. So as you can see, we now have this little guy, and here, as you can see, we selected the knife part at the moment. And so, if you click here, that little guy is going to get all the different punishments here, as you can see, and you are receiving money for that. And what will happen then is, if you have enough money, you can, for instance, buy different other weapons here. I will, for instance, use now that one. As you can see, we are now firing with a machine gun or something like that, or an automatic gun at least, on our little guy, and we are receiving money for it, of course. There are a couple of different options here. For instance, you can go to auto fire, and then you can, for instance, knife him down at the same time as you are going to shoot at him. And the interesting part is you don't really have to aim or something, just press on it somewhere, and as you can see, the knife, for instance, is always pointing at him, at least at the same time, so it's not like everything will hit him, as you can see, but most of the knives will hit him. And yeah, after you have enough money, you can go on and, for instance, use a rocket launcher to do the same. So let's do it. As you can see, rocket launcher activated, just press on it, and you are going to kill, yeah, not really killing him, you can't kill him, that's a good thing about it, but you are going to fire at him with weapons and stuff like that. And again, you can do that with all the different rocket launchers here and stuff like that, and go on and on and on. Of course, if you do that, the money will raise faster, and so you can easily get the new weapon then out there and try that again too. So as you can see, autofire is only running for a couple of seconds, so after that you will have to press again to get it again, and then just hit him. As you can see, he's really quite tortured already. And the next weapon is pretty far away, so as you can see, we are not going to go there. But this is more or less all that this game is doing. So if you are angry or something, just more or less force him force your anger on him and not on anybody else, and that might be a good idea to do. This is more or less what this game is all about. As you can see, you got a couple of different options here, for instance tanks later on, and different other weapons which are sometimes futuristic and sometimes not, and so on and so forth. And you can buy the coins here. I wouldn't do it if I would be you, but whatever you want there, do it. And this is more or less what this game is all about. I hope you like it. Try it out. Really for stress release reasons only, I would say. Okay, and then we got the last game in our lineup. The last game is called Dr. Dash Hospital Game or Hospital Games. What is going on here is more or less you are going to There we go. You're going to be a person who is trying to run a hospital, more or less. So a resident, more or less a resident, not really. We will see. Yeah, there are a couple of different privacy informations. You should, of course, read them. And after that, if you are ready with that, just click on accept. And maybe I'm going to increase that again. Yeah. As you can see, this is more or less a game. We are going to be more or less the supervisor of the hospital, and we are going to have to earn money with it and do different other stuff. This is quite an interesting approach for someone from Germany, because of course we got healthcare here, more or less free healthcare. So most hospitals are not going to, for instance, let you pay after you visit or before you visit or something, because everything is more or less insurance based there. But I will turn around again and show you what this game is all about. It's quite fun to do, especially if you like this kind of managing games, because this is more or less a hospital manager. And yeah, so let's have a look at that. Controlled by the mouse or by your finger in general. Okay, so first off, our hospital is new in town. We need an experienced doctor like you, okay? Let me explain you some basics of the hospital and tap to enter the hospital. So tap on the screen. And we are going to have the first level running at the moment. As you can see, there are a couple of different levels which are going to wait for you, and you can press the next button even to get more of them. And in between there's always this little small loading screen. Nothing bad there happening. And after that, we are going to go to the hospital itself. As you can see, there are different kind of professions, more or less, in your hospitals, and we are going to have to go with them. So the first target, as you can see, is we have to do 30 of money in general, with the patients in a certain time. Okay, so after that, just click on it, and as you can see, each and every play will cost us 1 energy, which is a shame, but it, yeah, there is a lot of it ready for you, so you can play it for a longer time. As you can see, there are a couple of gray areas here. Those are not usable at the moment. But the 2 doctors available at the moment are the dentist and the lungs doctor, and so we can, for instance, treat different patients here. And as you can see, here's our first patient. As you can see, she has a concern with her teeth. So let's click on her and help her to find the right doctor. So first click on the patient, then click on the right doctor she should go to. And this is more or less what you are going to do. You're not going to do any kind of treatments or something. You're just helping the people to go where they want to. Then you are going to get some medicine and stuff like that, and you are going to rush them out to the cashier and get money from them and stuff like that. And of course, be fast with it. As you can see, there's an indicator how happy the patient is at the moment. And for that, just click on that. And as you can see, there's our delivery girl in this case, a nurse in this case. And she's going to get the medicine for the patient he needs, or she needs in this case. And she's going to go to the cashier now, paying. And we can, of course, collect the money for that. Okay, and after that, we might want to get some kind of medicine for another person. If you're, for instance, too slow or something, you can always get that medicine out again. That's what she's telling us here in the tutorial section. And there is our next customer. This time around, it's again the teeth doctor. And he's going to go there. He's going to talk to the doctor. And later on, it's of course in the not tutorial section or whatever, in the real game, we are going to have a couple of different things to do here. Okay, so first off, no, wrong. go first there. Then there you can see those little icons here are telling you what the next step is, so you can do steps in a row more or less. Let's wait for the customer to go. Thank you for the money, and let's wait for the next customer. Probably tease again. That's pretty normal at this tutorial scheme. It's going to change later on. And as you can see, now the hospital is closed. The good thing about it, he's not closing and pushing everybody out or something, but we have to fulfill the wishes of the customer here, or of the patient in this case. And for that, we're just going to click on that, then on him again. So the nurse is now going to do what you told her. And as you can see, he is more or less happy with what we did. A little bit too slow was that, because as you can see, he already had this kind of yellow smiley face, not the green one. But it really doesn't matter much, at the first at least. Okay, so, and we did of course fantastic in the tutorial, perfect. Here's loading ad, which is going to run a little. Last time I tried it, it wasn't loading anything, so I think it's just the next level he's loading at the moment, and there's just some kind of a wrong information there. And as you can see, we have 3 patients threaded and treated, and earnings of 131, which is enough, and so level completed with 3 stars in this case. And now we are going to go to the next level. I just want to show you how that is going to be different, a little bit at least. As you can see, we got 3 patients in the time of 1:24, and target is 75. Okay. So again, if you want to play, we have to give up one of our power icons here, and after that, getting ready. So he's loading in everything, and there we go again. Our first customer is going to come here. There we are, and this time around he's going to go to the lungs doctor. And here's another one who wants to go to the teeth, or dental doctor. Dentist, whatever. Yeah, and as you can see, we will have to tell him where he should, or where she should put the parts in, and what to give to the patient there. And hopefully he's happy. Here's another one, and let's put her to the lungs doctor too. And of course collect the money, so we get everything we need here. We have 33 seconds left at the moment, or 30 seconds around that. So give her what she wants. There we go. Seems to be happy too. And yeah, the money you get seems to be a little bit connected to how good you are treating your patients. So if, for instance, you're letting them wait too long, you might lose some kind of earnings and stuff like that. So be careful about that. Try to be fast. Try to get everything done in the right time, and of course don't let one of the customers unserved, more or less, untreated. And so this is more or less the game. You will of course have a couple of different other things here to do. There are going to be a couple of different options available and stuff like that. And yeah, there's a medical store you can go into to go get new informations out there, and to get new medicine and stuff like that out there. And yeah, just try it out. I think it's a nice little game for everybody who wants to do this kind of managing games and stuff like that. You don't have to come back all the time and do everything like you want. Just play it when you are ready and play it through. It's very small little games, as you can see, so just 1 or 2 minutes you're playing each of the levels, and maybe 3 or something in the later ones. But in the end, that's really a nice little thing. Just try it out. I think it is fun. Okay, and then I would say we are through with this episode. I hope you had fun with it, and yeah, I hope you will see us again. Please click on the thumbs up button if you liked the video, of course, and subscription button is down below too if you want to know more about all the different things that are coming out from this channel. And yeah, of course, if you have any kind of questions or you want to know anything, put it down below in the commentary section. I will try to answer everybody. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. We will see us in the next episode next week, and it's around Saturday in general. And yeah, then I would say thank you for watching, thank you for listening, see you, have a nice week, and bye bye.